Hey VC, this is Carlos from As the Table Turns. I wanted to come on here and do a video about some new records that I just recently got in. If you watch the Jazz Bums live stream, it was last night, March 17th. So if you watch that, I showed some of those during that live stream, but I wanted to kind of talk to them a little bit more in depth. But first here is Choose. I actually just got these in today. Choose Your Weapon from Hiatus Coyote, spelled that way. So yeah, really cool albums. I would say it's like a mix of jazz with R&B, like, you know, vocals over it. So it's jazz and R&B, you know, with that kind of hip hop beat underneath. So that's kind of what this is. Forgetting the singer's name. Oh, Nye Palm. This is an Australian band from Melbourne. So yeah, go check them out. Really cool. You know, if you're into kind of more, I would say if you're into R&B, you probably would like this. It might be a little bit of a stretch for someone that likes jazz. And yeah, so anyway, check this out. I also got, so I ordered from Bandcamp. You can go on there and order from Bandcamp. And they were doing, you know, kind of a deal for buying their first two. I think these are the first two albums, maybe not, maybe two middle albums. I think they have a really latest one that's 2023 release. I haven't even listened to that yet. But this one is Talk Tomahawk as well. Same kind of vibe. Couldn't really tell much of a difference between these two albums, but yeah, go check these out. Really love the artwork on them. Very cool. Let's see. Okonski. This recently came out from Coal Mine Records. I would say Okonski is kind of like lo-fi beats, but done hi-fi. So hi-fi beats and done with actual instruments, not just you know, a beat machine and you know, whatever, you know, any of that kind of stuff. It's yeah, it's done with a actual piano. So on here, I think you have piano, you have drums, and you have bass. It's a trio. So yeah, but very cool. I'd say, you know, it's just kind of more chill music. Not trying to say this. You could put it on and then, you know, you could put it on in the background and just it kind of be background music. But then you can also just enjoy it as is. It's a very calm, very chill vibe. But really enjoyed that one. This is actually what we're listening to right now. This is Natura Morta. Got this in recently, and I think it was, or I know it was, Isaac from Blind Island. He showed this, but I don't know if you can hear the music in the background, but it's kind of a library record. And if you don't know what those are, library records are, I believe they used to make these soundtracks to kind of like educational videos and stuff like that they would show. And that's what library records were. I don't know if this is a library record or if this is just a record that sounds a lot like that. And also, another way to describe it is kind of like a soundtrack. It would be a soundtrack to a movie. So very cool. I think Sven Wunder is the artist. Should have said that. But yeah, definitely check this out. This I got on Mr. Bongo. If you don't know Mr. Bongo, definitely check it out. Really, really cool stuff on there. Kind of stuff like that. World music, but all different kinds of stuff, man. This I got in yesterday, and this was shown or talked about by Melamano 314 or 413, I forget right now. But I think he's either in the UK or he is a British guy that lives in another country. But anyway, his taste is kind of like funk, soul, Latin, you know, Caribbean, yeah, all over the place. Reggae, very vast taste, you know. But yeah, he talked about this because he had picked up the Flash and the Dynamics, but he had picked up an original where he was at. But Flash and the Dynamics, if you don't know, that record is coming out on Record Store Day. It's kind of a Latin fusion psychedelic funk record. Yeah, it's being put out by Craft Recordings, AAA, mastered by Kevin Gray. And then this is a member. I don't know if it's the lead member of the group, but I'm guessing that it is. This is the Harvey Avern Barrio Band. I don't know if you can see that. And I would say that this probably, and Melamano said this too, and that's why I wanted to check this out. But I found it on Discogs, and he said that it kind of took it up a couple notches from what Flash and the Dynamics, I forget what the record's called, but anyway. So even more funky, even more psychedelic, but yeah, very cool. Definitely check this out. Recently picked this up as well from Mr. Bongo. This is Bacao Rhythm and Steel Band. Yeah, Rhythm and Steel Band. Yeah, so this is basically, that's what it is. It's like a steel drum, you know, type Caribbean, you know, island vibe to it. But they're doing I don't know if all of these are covers, but a lot of them, or a few of them are covers. Like the first one is the song Pimp by 50 Cent. Then there is Jungle Fever, which is an old 70s soul classic. Yeah, so lots of different cool stuff on here. Anyway, you got to check this out, definitely, if you don't know it already. I also picked up I think it's their second or third album. I'm not remembering right now, but yeah, haven't listened to this one as much. We'll give this a listen, but I listened right before I purchased it, but that's it. Also from Mr. Bongo. This is also from Mr. Bongo. Mulatu of Ethiopia. Very cool. You know, I would say kind of like, almost like a 70s blaxploitation film, if that blaxploitation film was in Ethiopia. That's kind of how this feels to me. Really, really cool vibes. But yeah, you know, once again, underneath really, or on top of really cool beats, kind of, you know, that, once again, that 70s kind of funk, soul, percussion underneath it and rhythm underneath it. So very cool. Let's see here. Holy Hive Harping. This is from Big Crown Records. If you like Dorothy Ashby, I think this is right up your alley. I don't remember if they had talked about that or not, about it being linked a little bit with her or not, but yeah, definitely very, very cool. I would say I like this album the best out of all their albums that I saw on Big Crown Records, or Coal Mines sells their stuff, I think, too, and Daptone might as well, Big Crown. But yeah, very cool album. This is probably my favorite of all of them, and this is a band called Surprise Chef, and they are from Australia as well. And once again, just really cool beats underneath. But once again, done with real instruments. I would say there's like, this album has like piano and a little bit of synth. It's synth heavy on a couple songs, but I would say this is more, you know, more drums, guitar, bass. They got a vibraphone. They have 2 different people doing percussion. They have an alto sax, a tenor sax. So, yeah, very cool album. Definitely check that one out. Then I also just went ahead and purchased, I didn't go ahead. I listened to them and I liked them as well, but I purchased their next 2 albums, and because that's their first one. I believe this is their second one here. They kind of stripped it down a little bit. They don't have so many people on this one, but this has keys, vibraphone, guitar, drums, bass, 3 people doing percussion on this one, so maybe a little bit more percussive. And then I would say on this, it seems like they put more synth into it than piano, like the piano sound. And then this this kind of I think floats or fluctuates back and forth between their first album and the second album, because there's some great piano on here. Yeah, and then there's some other songs that have more of that synthesizer sound or keyboard sound. But yeah, very cool group. Glad I stumbled across them. Definitely check them out. Surprise Chef. All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to come on here and show some of the records that I've recently purchased. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.